Welcome back to the deep dive. So we got a really interesting question this week about an online store called Colorcove Top.
Right, and we thought, instead of just looking at that one specific store, we could use this as a jumping off point.
Exactly. Let's turn this one question into a universal toolkit, a quick checklist anyone can use for, safer online shopping.
That's the goal, because no matter how tempting that low price is, a little bit of verification is, well, it's not optional. It's essential.
Okay, let's start at the very beginning then. You land on a new store's product page. What are the first visual clues that should make you hit the brakes?
There are two things that should jump out at you almost immediately. First, the price.
A too good to be true price.
Precisely. If an item is listed at, say, 80 or 90% off, and it's way, way cheaper than any major competitor, that is probably the loudest alarm bell you can get.
And the second clue is often about the images themselves, isn't it?
It is the product photos. Scam sites, they rarely invest in their own photography, so if the images look a bit blurry or pixelated,
Like they've been screenshotted and just reposted somewhere else.
you've got it. They're very likely stolen from legitimate retailers to list a fake product that they don't even have in stock.
Okay, so let's say a site passes that initial visual test. It looks pretty decent. What's the next deep dive? How do we verify the actual, entity behind the URL?
This is so important. You have to go digging in their About Us and their contact pages.
And what are we looking for there specifically?
Verifiable business details, a registered company name, a physical address, and I mean a real street address you can plug into Google Maps.
Not just P.O. Box.
Definitely not. If you can't locate them physically, they're basically unaccountable. And then check the contact methods themselves.
A working phone number, I assume?
Yes, and crucially, a professional email address. If their only contact is something like a Gmail or a Yahoo account,
Ah, that's a classic giveaway.
it's a huge one. Any legitimate business is going to use their own domain for their email.
So we've checked all the details on the site. Now we have to step outside of their little bubble and see what the rest of the web has to say.
Exactly. External validation. You need to search for the store name on Google, on Trustpilot, or SiteJabber is another good one.
And what if there's just nothing? No reviews at all?
That is just as big a red flag as a page full of bad reviews.
Yep.
A complete lack of presence is really suspicious.
But hold on, what if it's just an honest small business just starting out? How do you tell that apart from a scam?
That's a great question, and that's where you have to connect the dots. You can use a domain checker tool, super easy to find online, to see when the website was actually created.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah. So think about it. If the site is only a few weeks old, has 0 reviews, and it's pushing these impossible rock-bottom deals, the chances of it being legitimate are, well, slim to none.
So at the end of the day, what this all really means is that you have the power to protect yourself here.
You absolutely do.
Before you even think about hitting checkout, you just have to run through this mental checklist.
The price, the product images, the business details, and the external reviews. It doesn't take long.
Right.
And, to take it one step further, let's ask, what happens if things do go wrong? Because sometimes they still do.
That's a good point.
The source material reminds us that there are resources for this. You need to know the immediate steps to take to contact your bank or your credit card company to try and secure a refund. That is your ultimate safety net.
That is essential knowledge for anyone shopping online today. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.